Okay.
Hi guys.
Hey guys.
So sorry about the webinar. We have really bad internet here at the hotel, so we're just going to record a live video and then we're going to upload it later as soon as I get slightly better internet. Sorry if you had to wake up for the live webinar, but hopefully this will suffice anyway. The main reason we wanted to host a webinar in the first place is just to catch up. Amy and I haven't been able to run a webinar for a little while now, so we wanted to touch base and just sort of let you know we're still here and stuff, we're still alive, still kicking. There's a few things that we did need to talk about in regards to the platinum intake that we're having at the moment. We'll touch on that a bit later. And we were going to originally have like a live Q&A session for you guys to post your questions in and we could answer them, but it didn't work out with the internet. So we do have a few questions that we will answer at the end, but the main reason for the webinar is to introduce you guys to Irek here, the Platinum Mentor. It's one thing to see all the testimonials and reviews on the site and stuff like that, but to actually have him in the flesh, being able to share his story is another level, and I think that's cool. So while we were in Bali together, we really wanted to catch up with you guys and have a webinar, and it's his last day here, so it worked out okay in the end, but I wish we could have done it live, but that's all right. So basically, Irek, the story behind Irek from my point of view is he was the one in the first platinum intake back in September 2013. Now, Irek was one of the students where at that time I was doing all the platinum mentoring myself. And Irek, even though he was in the first intake, he had the platinum support, he never used it. And so I didn't have a really close relationship with him until about the late February 2014, about a year ago from today.
Yeah.
He sends me an email saying, hey, I've been day trading, I've been doing really well. I've just ordered a C63 AMG, the 507 series. Is that 507 edition?
Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, whoa, man, this is out of control. This is so good. And so that's when I sort of backtracked and I'm like, yeah, he signed up. He was in the first intake. I'd never done any support with him. He just literally looked at the lessons, self-taught from there, from what he had learned, and then just really just accelerated incredibly in day trading. So that's when we sort of started to talk a little bit more. And I think shortly after that time, VIP came into existence.
Yep.
And Irek was in there helping the new day traders because we had the 2014 intake then. And so that's when we sort of started working closer and closer together. Now, it wasn't until probably a few months after that when we started talking a bit more, and he sent me another email, and this one's actually on the IP review page. If you go to it, it's on the student results page, I think. And it was basically an update saying he didn't go ahead with the C63, he actually just got a Jeep instead, but has sort of adopted this life. He had quit his job at that stage, he adopted this life of travel and adventure and this kind of thing. And to me, at that time of my life, it resonated with me quite closely as well. So I was very impressed by that. And to see the way that Irek and Molly, his girlfriend, are living and how they're traveling around doing all these cool adventures and have awesome Instagram pages, it's very inspiring. It's cool. I think it's really a cool way to live. A lot of the IP guys are car guys. A lot of people found us through cars and Lambos and stuff like that, and that's really cool. But I think this is another sort of niche. I think it's an awesome, incredible a way of living. And so that we got in touch. We were talking a lot regularly through that, and then eventually, as we sort of ramped up the platinum program, we needed someone to come and help us do the support, the platinum mentoring, and then Irek was the obvious choice for that role. Tom is busy with the Active Trader series, and so Irek was definitely at the forefront of the platinum students. So we got him onto the platinum mentoring, and now he's the platinum mentor. So you guys know that for the platinum students who have been emailing Irek every day. And then basically what happened then? We just been talking because we talk on WhatsApp when Irek's in Canada and I'm in Brisbane. And then recently we were following their adventures and we were talking, and then Irek and Molly said, well, we've just booked a trip to Bali. You and Robin should pop up and then we'll hang out. And then I was like, well, there's no reason why we can't. So we got on a plane and we popped up, and we've been here for 10 days or so together. And we've had an incredible time, like it's ridiculous. And so now Molly and my girlfriend Robin are over there hanging out. They're like great friends now, and it's ridiculous. Like it's been such a good trip. And this is Irek's last day. Unfortunately, he's got to fly out tonight, but
we've done a lot though.
We've done so much, right? Yeah. We started at the villa, and we had the villas like a couple hundred meters up the beach from each other, and we've met so many awesome people, and it's just been an incredible trip. Yeah. And so I thought I'd come and check out how these guys are living, and it's amazing. So we thought why not spend 15 minutes putting together a webinar for you guys and introducing you guys as well. So that's the main purpose of the thing. A lot of people have sort of said, what's Irek's story? They've read some of the reviews and on the thing, but to hear it personally, and from what I've learned from Irek, just in our pool chats and cocktails at the bar, it's crazy to actually hear it face to face. And so, you want to share a little bit about your story and how you started?
Yeah, definitely. So I met a lot of people, well, at least through the Platinum emails, who are struggling, don't really know what to do. And yeah, I would love to share the story because it's kind of going to tell you guys what I went through and what I had to deal with to actually become successful and live this lifestyle. It wasn't really easy, but let's starting off with basically when I joined IP. I was back in college or university back then, and I was one of the first guys just as IP launched, and I probably joined, I don't know, about 4 or 5 days after that. And yeah, like fully dug into it. And I always had that dream of basically having the cars, living the cool lifestyle, traveling the world, but I never really knew how I was going to achieve that. So then IP came, and it was kind of funny. I was always, every single day I would be sitting in university in my class, listening to IP, reading the lessons, and just like digging into everything. And another motivation in my life was Tony Robbins, Laws of Attraction. I was like fully into that. And yeah, so a couple months after that, I dropped out. It's kind of funny, dropped out about 2-3 days before my exams, and actually went and pursued my other job because I got a job offer. It was pretty good. It was law enforcement with the government. After that, I kind of stopped trading for a while. I was still into it. It's not like I stopped because I didn't want to trade. It's just that was occupying my life. I was actually in training in a different province, away from family, my girlfriend, for just over 4 months. And back then I used to live in Toronto, Canada. So the cool story is that when I was there, I had to basically tell them that I was willing to relocate anywhere within Canada. So I didn't know where to go or where I was going to go. I didn't have any options. I literally had no idea when I went there where I was going to end up at the end of the 4 months. So this is kind of where the laws of attraction comes in. And I don't know if a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you guys are into that. So I wanted to share that with you. But every single day I would basically visualize 3 things. One would be moving to Vancouver, because that was always my dream and my girlfriend's dream as well. We created a vision board way before that with Vancouver on it, like our dream house, the dream place where we want to live in, and it was in Vancouver. Second thing I would always visualize, it would be graduating that, my training, and actually getting my law enforcement badge. And the third thing was most important, was retiring a year after I actually went full-time into my job. And that actually happened, all of it, right? So a few months later, we got a list at work, at my training, and I found out that Vancouver was actually on that list. And there were only 6 spots out of 72 people. And at the end of it all, you know what? I got Vancouver somehow. I think I was the 4th spot to take it. And a few months after that, I actually got the badge. Everything was good. I moved to Vancouver a week after that, and my girlfriend came with me. And then I made some massive plans. It was like I still wasn't trading live because I didn't have time to trade during that period. So I basically decided to save up as much cash as I could and start trading live in October, November. And during that time, I would be demo trading just as usual every single day. And then November came, end of October, November, I deposited all my savings into trading and then started trading live. That's when I became part of Platinum as well. I emailed Lewis and they added me to the group, to the team. And that's when my girlfriend and I made some huge changes. So we basically, what we wanted to do is make it a must that we succeed, that I succeed with trading, that we achieve our goals. So we actually wrote down, this was November 2013. We actually wrote down the goals, and we said that I'm going to quit my job by June 1st, 2014. So a few months after that. Then we basically decided that we want to buy a car. So the car that we wanted at that time was the brand new 2014, or was it 2015, Mercedes C63 507 edition, the coupe. It was the last model that they were producing it until they were switching into the new body style. So we went to the dealership and we actually ordered the Mercedes C63. And we asked them if they can do a delivery date of June 1st. And they agreed with it. We put a down payment on it. Everything was good. And then I basically jumped into day trading and was working full time as well. And that was hard. The reason why it was hard, and that's going to relate to a lot of you guys as well, is because a lot of you guys have school, shifts. A lot of you guys work late nights, rotating shifts, mornings, and depending on the time frame, London session doesn't really work out with many of you guys. And at times it didn't work out with me either. So, because I was sometimes started work at 5 a.m., sometimes I started work at 2 p.m. and finish at 1 a.m., whereas the London session basically begins at 11 p.m. for me. So I basically made it a must to be trading the London session every single day, or as much as I could at least. So sometimes that resulted in me sleeping during the day. So if I came home at 2 p.m., I would basically go to sleep till 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., wake up, trade, go to work at 5 in the morning. And I did this all the time. And after that, everything started picking up. And even though I was drained and tired, trading was doing very well. And I remember this one time, that's when I emailed Lewis and actually gave him the breakdowns, told him I ordered a C63, everything was doing good. And that's when we actually started talking. But then a month later, this was March, my girlfriend was back in Ottawa, which is our capital in Canada, for training, work training. And I was kind of frustrated because I missed this big trade. And I called my girlfriend from work and I told her, everything's doing well and trading's awesome and I can fully replace my income now with trading, but I can't do this. I can't work full-time, trade full-time, because I'm gonna probably die within the next week if I continue doing this. So she's like, yeah, do it, quit, right? Oh, she was always supportive of me. So that Friday, this was a Tuesday, that Friday I actually went into my supervisor and handed in my notice that I'm quitting. I basically gave him 2 weeks notice that I'm quitting. And everybody was shocked because here you got the 23 years old at that time, 23-year-old kid who just got an awesome career with the federal government, quit before his probation was up. And yeah, people gave me shit, a lot of shit. My family never really believed in me, so I've never really relied on them for support. It was always me, myself, and my girlfriend. But yeah, so that happened and we quit. And the funny thing was that I quit in March, mid-March. That Friday, I went to my car after work and I got an email from Mercedes-Benz. They basically said that they ordered my Mercedes early and that it's actually arriving the day that my last day at work. So 2 weeks after that, the Mercedes-Benz was arriving, which was crazy, right? It's just crazy how everything aligned. And that's, I give it all through visualization, the laws of attraction, and all of that. Because otherwise, I don't know if that would happen, right? And yeah, after that, basically started trading full time. Everything started picking up. I was achieving goal after goal after goal. And long story short, here we are.
Here we are.
A year later, not even a year later, right?
Yeah,
traveling to
right?
Bali. Yeah.
I think Irek, you just posted your first $10,000 day as well.
Yeah, I had a $10,000 day.
It's on Instagram. Yeah, it's
yeah,
out
was
of control.
Cool. Yeah,
awesome, so good, love it. But like hearing stuff like that, like in the flesh, is pretty crazy for me. Like, this whole project's been online largely, and so I get a lot of email. We get emails every single day, like crazy stories and these reviews and life-changing stories. But to actually hear it in person is a completely surreal thing, you know. Like, we started this course, like, it was an online Microsoft Word written thing that we uploaded, and the way it's taken off and changed people's lives all around the world, it's just ridiculous. It's unbelievable. I still can't really fathom it properly. But yeah, such an awesome story. We really want to quickly just cover what's happening in Platinum right now. Basically, we do have an intake that's going to be officially open the next 2 days. So for Silver and Gold members watching this, wanting to apply for Platinum, there's going to be a link on the side of the menu when you log in the next few days, and you can actually submit your application there. There's 2 applications you can choose from. It's the regular app, which is shorter and sweeter, or the Fast Track app. And so Fast Track's for the guys who are looking to go to Platinum if they've only had a few months experience or less. And basically the criteria is stricter. There's more questions, it's more detailed, because we talking to Irek and finding out what's happening on the Platinum floor, like what's happening with the students, figuring out what students are doing really well with and where they're falling short. It's been helpful this trip to piece it all together and to find out how we're going to filter Platinum students coming in through the application process, make it stricter and stuff, because sometimes there are some students who launch into Platinum who aren't perhaps quite ready for it. So the application process is pretty strict, and it's probably going to even get more strict. But we do have an intake open, so you can submit applications now for it. There's a few other things regarding Platinum. Is what I've learned from this trip also is we're in the future, we're probably going to be really focusing on segregating the swing trading business and the day trading business. So what we've discovered is with all the Platinums, it is separate. I say in the course that it's different as chalk and cheese, I think is the wording I use in the course. And what I've learned now is that the students who are becoming Platinum, some still prefer swing, some prefer day, some prefer both. But it is 2 completely separate things. So in future in the course, it's going to slightly evolve and develop to reflect that as 2 completely separate businesses, 2 separate things. So there's that coming in the future. The other thing that we wanted to quickly touch on is there's a little link that Platinum students will know in the left-hand menu called live trading sessions. And so that's something that in 2015 we're really going to be focusing on in a big way. Live trading sessions, we've talked quickly about it. We won't go into too much detail here. Perhaps 1 or 2 sessions with Irek, literally looking over his shoulder, screen sharing, live day trading, power moves, hypertrade setups. If there's anyone to look, if you can look over anyone's shoulder, this guy is the guy to want to look over his shoulder when he's trading. He's unbelievable. So that's going to be a feature that we're going to be looking to add to the Platinum program for you guys, for the day traders. And yeah, we're really excited about that. Irek's flying home tonight, and then it's full steam ahead. So we've got lots planned. There's lots coming up, and I think it's going to be a big year. It's going to be a huge year. Yeah, there's lots to come. Hey.
Yeah.
And then finally, we just wanted to wrap up with just a quick question and answer. We can't do it live, unfortunately, which is always fun. Q&As are my favorite webinar, to see what you guys have to say in the chat. But there are a few questions that were sent in overnight from students who registered for the live webinar. And one was just quickly for Irek, and it says, Irek, when you started out, what were some of your biggest struggles from going trading into full-time, from a job to full-time trading?
Well, I actually have a pretty good story about this. And this happened right after I quit. So the first week of live full-time trading, I was in this emotional roller coaster that IP calls it. And the reason why I was in it is because the massive stress that I got from quitting at such an early age, at such a good job, and then going into trading. And then the first day, I actually started off with a losing streak. So it's not like I had a huge losing streak. I only probably lost 4 trades in a row. And what happened after that is I just went crazy. I started over trading the next day and the day after that, and just started losing more and more and more. And the first 3 days I quit were actually my biggest drawdown days ever. Ever. And so I stopped. I'm like, told myself, what the hell are you doing? Right? Fully stopped trading for the rest of that week and sat down. And this was my biggest learning stage yet. I know a lot of you guys struggle and then email me for support, and that's cool, right? But I can't stress enough that how much you can learn by yourself, and it might be even more beneficial, right? I'm here I want to help you guys, and I'm up for that. But what I did during that time of struggle for me was basically sat down, uh, journaled all my trades, and then went and looked over every single trade, losing, winning, and it didn't even matter. I know that there's something to improve with both. So I started with all my losing trades and basically went and figured out why that trade was losing. Was it about daily prediction? Was it about entry, about stop, about trade management? I basically went and figured out the exact reason of why that trade failed. Then I went to the winning trades and did the exact same thing. Even though it wasn't a losing trade, I knew that there was something to improve. It could have been managed better. I could have had a better entry and therefore got a better profit out of it. So I did that and did that the entire week. And then the entire month after that, I started trading right after that week, and it was back to normal. Everything was great. But I wanted to improve even better and get even better. So I started backtesting every single day. I would backtest one pair and just try to improve every single backtest, try to make it better. So I would do the same thing with all my backtesting trades. Look over the losing entries I placed, look over the winning entries I placed, and see how they could have been better. And yeah, from there on, I've learned all the major lessons I had to learn by myself. Uh, and yeah, that was the biggest struggle,
Yeah.
and it was all emotional.
Yeah.
It's usually what I find is always emotional.
Emotional roller coaster.
There's always some kind of stress that influences a person's decision.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the stress of quitting my job.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys, it could be the stress of finances. That wasn't the case for me. Stress of family's not supportive. Well, yeah, I had the same thing, but I didn't really care because I know they're not supporting me, but I have my own dreams to pursue it, not theirs, mine. So
Yeah.
just make sure, my biggest advice to you guys is know that you can and never give up. So know that you can succeed. There's no reason why you can't, because I did it, Lewis did it, Tom did it, Paul did it, Scott is doing it, and that's just with trading. And even if there's any other goals or dreams that you want to pursue or achieve, there's definitely somebody else out there who's already achieved it. You're not the only person, unless you want to be an entrepreneur and start something new, fresh. Well, you can probably achieve with that, because at some point in life, we wouldn't even have this resort. This would have been impossible. I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys through a camera. That would have been impossible at some point in life. So if there's something impossible right now, well, you can probably figure it out and make it work. So never give up, right? That's my own thing. That's my only thing to you guys.
Yeah, awesome. And then finally, just real quick to wrap it up, we've already gone 23 minutes. We were aiming for like 10, 15. Just to really quickly wrap it up is how are we trading on set? How are we trading when traveling? What are some of the hurdles? Yeah. As you already know, the internet connection has been a huge hurdle. In the villa, it was pretty bad. So day trading has been difficult. What we would do next time is, as soon as we get to the country, just pay whatever it costs to get a SIM or a Wi-Fi dongle with high-speed internet.
Yeah.
In Australia, we call it 4G, or I think in the States you guys call it
LTE.
LTE. Yeah. Something, a dongle or a phone that you can tether, that you can trade fast and not have to rely on Wi-Fi. Any Wi-Fi, whether it's free or paid, I find if it's public Wi-Fi, it's not so great.
Yeah.
The other thing is screen real estate. I only have the 15-inch Mac, same as Irek here, but we have just found something really cool. Yes, last night we were talking about packing like a spare monitor. At home, I've got decent monitors that are quite thin that I could pack, but there's a better one out designed for it, right?
Yeah, I actually found an Acer monitor.
Acer?
Acer. A-C-E-R.
Oh, right. Okay, yep.
That's designed for traveling. So it's this little guy. It's nothing huge or humongous. It's not a 27-inch display that I have at home, but it's actually a little 16-inch display that you can purchase and just connect to your laptop via USB. And it's pretty cool. It can fit in your laptop case.
Thin. Comes with cases. So you just shove it in your laptop case, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to investigate if we can get 2 and then plug them both in. Then you have a triple screen setup. Right?
Yeah.
$200 each. So we're going to get them when we get home, and just practice trying to work from laptops and trade from laptops as much as possible.
Yeah, you can definitely do it. You can even do it from just the laptop itself.
Yeah.
You don't need the monitors, but it's always a good help. Right?
Yeah, it's hard to come from, because Irek and I both have triple screen systems at home, so it's hard to come from that to work on a 15-inch one screen display.
Yeah.
But you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even to the guys who are starting off and can't afford a three screen display, well, I started off of my laptop. I don't know if you did.
Yeah.
At the beginning, like I was trading for a few months before I got day trading for a few months before I got a triple display, and it was totally fine. It's manageable. You can do it.
Yeah. Amy started on like this, one of the old school thick Windows laptops. It was like a 13 or 14 inch, totally crap. Took like 4 or 5 hours to boot up. And I know that's an exaggeration, but you know, yeah. So you can, whatever you want to do, just make it happen, really. But there are some cool technologies coming out. There are a lot of guys now, even sitting here at lunch, or we were here the other day trading and working and doing some emails and stuff, drinking cocktails. And there's other people on their laptops working, so it's becoming more and more popular, more and more common. People trading, traveling, living from their laptops basically, and working online.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool tech coming out.
I actually forgot to add something to my story, because you guys are probably wondering. Well, I'm not driving a C63, so I forgot to add why I'm not driving a C63. So I actually never ended up picking it up. They're still holding my deposit for the future if I ever want to buy a Mercedes again, and I do. But we kind of decided, girlfriend and I, well, why am I gonna? I quit my job and then buy a C63, and then she's still working, and then we're like, we want to travel as well, so why have that extra payment? And I had a few of you guys ask, well, I want to buy a car as well, but I can't really afford trading at the same time. So you got to make those priorities. For us, it was Molly. We wanted her to quit her job first, and then we wanted to travel as much as we can. So we just ended up buying a Jeep. It's a cool Jeep, but it's going to allow us to do road trips, plenty of road trips, take us to places where the C63 wouldn't be able to take us, and just travel the world for the next couple of years. So that's our plan. And after that, I'll be looking into a cool car. Yeah,
it's a cool plan. Yeah. It's a cool plan. It's pretty cool to do this. You guys should try it. Just take your laptop.
Yeah.
Get some good internet. Yeah. Maybe another screen. Just try living, trading, traveling.
Yeah. Even just like cool, going to your local park and trading from there. Yeah. That's cool as well. And I do that a lot of the times as well.
Yeah. Change your scenery. Yeah. Anyway, guys. I think that just about wraps up what we were going to talk about. We were going to do a live Q&A, but can't do it now. But I think that covered basically what we wanted to talk about. Hey.
Yeah, definitely. Let them guys. If you guys never emailed me and have some questions, send me an email. I'll get back to you guys. Normal routine when I get back home with good internet. Yeah. So don't hesitate.
Cool. Awesome. Anyway, thanks guys. We have some cocktail drinking and swimming to do. So we're going to go and do that, enjoy Irek and Molly's last day here. So we will be in touch very soon and talk soon. Be safe, take care. Cool.
See you.